This is day one of learning how to do Dutch braids. Someone from a barbering background, and I have never ever done Dutch braids before. I can just about do a French plait. I start by the only way I know how, and that is section off the hair. And I've heard by watching videos, it's a lot easier to Dutch braid if you wet the hair down. So that's where I started. I've got fingers like sausages, so I know this is going to be such a hard challenge to learn. So I needed some help. I got my wife Yaz to come over and just give me some pointers and tips on how to get this started.
So you get the 3. Right. So you can do it a bit far away at first.
Well, where did you let that one? Did you just let it go?
No. Right, and then when you get it like that, look. And, yeah, and add that bit. Grab it, yeah, and look.
And then that comes inside the middle. Yeah.
And then tighten it again. And add that bit into that bit. And then put that finger back in there.
So my main purpose for this video really is I want to see if I can do her hair for the next tournament she has. Amelia competes in jiu-jitsu, which I've filmed a lot of videos in my channel. You can go back and you can take a look. But we're always outsourcing who we get to do her Dutch braids, and sometimes that can be such a pain because it's like very last minute. She works really hard during, especially like the last few weeks up until her competition starts. So finding someone last minute isn't always the case, and her competitions are usually really early because they start the young girls off first. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. She has a competition coming up in the middle of April, and my genuine goal is to try and by the middle of April try and actually do a half decent set of Dutch braids before her competition. What I really struggle with at the minute with Dutch braids is where my hands need to be. As a barber, I'm so used to just clip her in. I'm not used to holding hair whilst moving stuff and then grabbing more sections of hair and adding them in. So I'm really struggling where essentially my fingers need to be. And so if anyone has any tips and tricks on how to do this much easier, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Anything helps, especially at the minute when it's like day one, it's very early. Later, after I finished actually Amelia's hair, I gave Yaz's hair a go as well, and so it's just me now going over and over and just getting better. I reckon by 6 weeks, hopefully in 6 weeks I should have it pretty down to the ground, as they say. I don't know, I just don't know. I feel like maybe my fingers are just too fat. But we'll see. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing daily videos on, hopefully, the progress of me getting essentially better. And that's another thing. Right at the end of the hair, I struggle so much with tying it up. It's so hard to tie up hair at the bottom. I suppose I've never really tied up like the last little bits of hair. I've found that such a hard thing to do. But that's currently my first ever Dutch braid. That was my first ever one. And here's Poppy dressed up as a superhero. I don't know what she's doing. She's got toilet roll as a cape, and she's got a light bulb on her head, and she just wanted to show herself off. So everyone, that's Poppy. And eventually, I would like to say I'd like to be able to do Dutch braids on Poppy's hair, but we'll see if she lets me. But we'll carry on. So this is the second side. I don't know why I struggled so much more with this side. I really struggled with this side, maybe because I probably got into a routine of where my hands needed to be on the first side, and then I felt like it was almost in reverse. It was kind of mirrored. It was so strange, and so picking up the different sections, I just felt really awkward, and I just didn't know where to be or what I was doing. So yeah, hopefully I get this. Again, comment down below if you can help me out. I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of this video, and just, yeah, please give me a like, please give me this a comment, and give me a follow, because this is what we're going to be doing now. I'm going to be teaching dads how to Dutch braid, if firstly I can Dutch braid myself. But I will leave you with the end product. Enjoy the rest of your day.